Good morning, good evening, and good day. Thank you so much for watching Attack Power Gaming. Today, I have a Division 2 game for Steel Division 2 League between Mimile and L. Bowser. Let's dive right in. All right, here we are. We're on Siedlce? I want to say Siedlce. I think I'm right. You guys know me in the maps. And we have Mimile here on 78th Sturm playing his classic Juggernaut income. Very nice. And over on the other side here with L. Bowser, we have 21st Panzer on balanced income. So definitely 78th, very strong choice. We all know that. 21st, definitely a little out there. I like it though. We get some King Tigers and some fun stuff. So let's hope that he gets some of those out today. And yeah, let's zoom in here. Red side Mimile first up north. We have Stug 3, Panzer 26. He always loves these recon tanks. Begleit Pioneers, Schützen Ersatz, a little leader there, some Flammenwerfers, and the Panzerbusch. I am not a fan of that at all. The Panzerbusch, not a fan of that thing. Panzer Schreck, Flammenwerfer, Schützen Ersatz, and there's that Nashorn he loves to start with, and a Panzer 26. And then MG42, Flammenwerfer, Schützen, and some Begleit Pioneers, another Panzerbusch there. And then down south, we have a Schützen, MG42, and a Panzerbusch down south. On L. Bowser's side here, we have some Flammenwerfers, a Grille, and some Panzergrenz with an MG42, some Flammenwerfers into the center, along with Sturm Pioneers, and a whole rush of SDKFZ 250/9s, those are the autocannon ones. Panzergrenz and a leader Panzer 35S there in the center. Some Flammenwerfers, MG42 and Ersatz Stroop in there for the center. And up north, very light deployment here with only Ersatz, a Panzer 35S, and a SPW 233. If you guys enjoyed this, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. Let's get to 4,000 subscribers for the end of the year. That'd be fantastic. Thanks a bunch. Here we go. So, we have an early Focke-Wulf out of L. Bowser as well. Don't see that super often. And I know he's got like a weird whatever name he's put here, but it is L. Bowser. MG42 set up to cover the road. SPW 233 taking some shots at the transports. He will not get a kill, unfortunately, for that SPW. Flammenwerfers meet mid-road, but the MG42 is supporting, meaning that Flammenwerfer is taking more damage and suppression. It's going to go down first. Nice little win there to start. Down south, Flammenwerfers were aggressively positioned. I like it, trying to get into this town. The MG42 supporting to try to stop the MG42 from taking out these Flammenwerfers. It looks like he manually targeted them. Here comes the Focke-Wulf putting down the suppression. Schützen, though, pop out and are going to make short work of those Flammenwerfers. Although, there's the Grille from way back here. That Panzergrenz in the half-track can get through unless this Panzerbusch gets out. It does. Can this thing kill in one shot? I don't think it can. I think it takes 2 hits to kill that. Oh, the Panzergrenadiers do pop out. Are going to kill that Panzerbusch there. We have a really aggressive push here in the middle here from L. Bowser. What a play. Down south, it's broken open. The Panzerbusch goes down. This half-track does have tracks broken, so it's kind of out of commission here. I don't think it can shoot sideways. No, not from this angle. So the Schützen already falling back. Panzergrenz going to take some extra shots at it. Won't do too much damage. And SDKFZ goes down from the Nashorn here. The Nashorn really kind of uncontested here in the center. So we'll be able to take out these half-tracks. Sturm Pioneers get deployed way back here. Can kind of cover off this reinforcement road a little bit from here. Nashorn takes a hit from... Oh, I think it got strafed by the Focke-Wulf here. But because it's open top, that does mean it actually does quite a bit of damage here. SDKFZ is probably going to go down to the Panzer T26 unless it gets off first. It did not miss. And it is unable, unfortunately, to take out the rest of that Panzer 26T. Currently at 15-9 for L. Bowser here with his aggressive start. Very nice. Mimile definitely needs to think of starting to push up north here. It's actually very surprising. Mimile loves to start with like a cheese move of some sort, like a Nebelwerfer or something. It's kind of surprising he did not do that this game. Panzer 26T up north. Taking out these Ersatz Troopen. L. Bowser not noticing that yet. He's probably focusing on this center push, which has created his 15-9 here. Nashorn's going to have a hard time, because this Sturm Pioneer can absolutely kill his Nashorn because it's open top. So if it can get into range, it's definitely dangerous for it. And I'm getting the sense that there, other than these Begleit Pioneers here and the Flammenwerfers, that Mimile doesn't really have any CQC infantry in A phase. So it could be problematic. Panzergrenz will actually struggle a bit against these Flammenwerfers. We have some Panzer 35Ss moving in, these classic French tanks here. Love it. For 25 points, they're effective. And they're actually not the dirt slowest, like horrible ones that go 25 miles an hour, and it's horrible. Sorry, 25 kilometers an hour, excuse me. Me and that American system. It's dumb, I don't disagree. Here we go, Flammenwerfer taking on those Panzer guns. Actually good they got caught out of the building, because you actually take more damage in the building from the flamethrower, believe it or not. Now he's doing this to get out of range, hopefully. He did not, but he did micro out of the building successfully, so very nice there. He's definitely on top of that. Ersatztruppen will definitely die to the Sturm Pioneers, although with a flamethrower backup, then they might help. The Sturm Pioneers in a bad spot because they're not close enough to use their flamethrower, but they're close enough to be seen, so that's not great. Panzergren repositioning kind of out of sight here. Schutzen moving in, though. Schutzen definitely, like, basically just an upped version of the Panzergren. Grilla taking out that Flammenwerfer. I'm not sure if that was a ground attack or not. Yes, it is a ground attack. Very nice move there. Now it's still firing. It really doesn't need to still be firing. You can see that it disappeared. Probably turn that off. Sturm Pioneers out of smoke. That's that little weird smoke symbol there is. If you don't know. You're not a big smoke user like I'm not. You probably don't see that symbol very often. But El Bowser getting a nice bit of points here. Remember, in League, you have a 50-minute time limit, so these early point losses can actually really come into play. We have Panzer IV-G in position now. It looks like the Nashorn... Nope, it's still back here. It's not dead. It's just way retreated out of the fight, basically. Sturm Pioneer versus the Flammenwerfer. The Sturm Pioneer should win, although I've definitely seen weirder things, and it wouldn't be terribly shocking. Flammenwerfers tend to have way more capacity for survival than you expect it to have, especially if the Ersatz get involved, but he threw down some smoke to bring the fight back to him, and he did succeed. Very nice out of El Bowser. Now it's 16-8, picking up this southern flag as well. Now the Panzer 35T does have to be careful of this Schutzen here. Will it be able to pin it down? It's only got one machine gun, so probably not. He needs to back it up now. Panzerbusch getting into progress into this fight as well, and then now it's going to go down very quickly. I do like his use of this light armor here. Panzer IV takes a hit from that Stug. Does manage to get a pen, though, on the Stug, so that's definitely a plus. At least it looks like it should have. Based on that, yes, I think it did. I don't know. Can't say for sure. Panzergren taking a faceful from that half-track in the Stug. Panzer IVs are terrible, as I say all the time. Gudila gonna help delete that. Ersatz trying to get into the town to re-secure this flag. The SDKFZ, since it's facing that way, does still get to fire. The track's broken, obviously, does not keep it from shooting. But Light Pioneer pushing forward, but it can't do anything about this light armor here, so light vehicles. Pack 38 moving into position probably just to cut off this reinforcement road, but he has to be careful. The Ersatz and the Flammenwerfer can go get that very easily. And this Ersatz going to go down momentarily, and Mimile will have this northern forest, which could be dangerous. We're back to a 12-12. This huge salient finally cut off here by Mimile, cutting out that huge point bleed that he had going on. And down south, he recaptured this flag. Panzergren's running out of MG42 ammo, which basically makes them almost completely ineffective at this point. Gudila trying to get into a position to probably shoot down the road, I would think. Yep, there we go. He's probably got a fire position again. Yep, right on that. So, boom. There we go. Gudila doing awesome work here. He's just got to be careful now. We have a Stug, and technically the Panzer 26 can definitely penetrate that as well. He's got some Ersatz coming in. Not a big fan of Ersatz, but 21st, you're almost like forced into using Ersatz in the Phase A because you just don't have many infantry otherwise. And luckily for El Bowser, Mimile decided to take the Ersatz out of 78th as well, which again, I'm just not a big fan of when you have so many like cooler, better infantry. And I understand the concept of them. They're cheap. It's the only thing cheap in this division. But, wow, he doesn't even care. I love it. So aggressive. He either didn't notice or he just said screw it and just kept throwing down the HE fire on his own troops. I mean, let's be real. The Ersatz weren't going to beat anything in that woods, so... in that town, I mean. Gudila could probably fire position right on the edge here and help out, but also we have the Panzer 35 over here, but now it's taking it from the Panzerbusch. I have to assume he brought these in specifically to counter this, like, light armor. Martyr 1, Panzer 4 coming in as well, so we have definitely a proliferation of armor here in the center. Ooh, Nashorn goes down to the Pack 38. That's a pretty big loss. That Nashorn can definitely help control the center here. a little pack of armor here, wiping out these Begleits up north. I guess Mimile just didn't notice, unfortunately for him, because that's a big loss. Those Begleits being extremely powerful and dangerous if used well. Now the thing is, he needs to bring up some sort of AT. He has none coming, and the Panzerbusch is way back. Panzerbusch, I'll give it credit. It has performed a lot better than I expected it to. Stug 3 down south is definitely the big dog on campus right now. There's really nothing on El Bowser's side that can actually, like, take that out. Panzer 35 about to go down here to said Panzerbusch. And down it goes. Remember, this thing fires all APCR shells, which just basically means it does less damage, essentially. Panzer 4 taking on the Stug. Oh, it did get a pen earlier, and it succeeds. The Stug misses. That was the most mighty Panzer 4 I've ever seen. And now, all of a sudden, El Bowser has basically the armor dominance here in the center. With that Stug down, there's only one more Stug 3 to deal with. The Nashorn went down, and Mimile calling in Stugs all over the place. Pack 40 finally coming in. That's the right answer. That can definitely do the damage he needs it to do. Panzer 26T actually will not be super effective against this Panzer 35 at this range. Yep, it can penetrate, but it needs to be much closer to succeed. And that Panzer 35 does not need to be close. So loss of that recon there, a big deal actually. What was I going to say? 78th just doesn't have a lot of recon at all. So it doesn't look like he brought off Claire's. Those Panzer 26s are basically his only recon. So he's just going to have a hard time seeing. But here we finally see Mimile taking a flag down here for the first time. He is now 13-11, finally taking some off of El Bowser here. El Bowser bringing in 2 leads. So he brought 2 cards of these Panzer 35s, the leader variants and the non-leader variants. That's definitely fascinating. They're useful, but they're not that good. They're not so good that I'd want to bring in 2 cards of them. Especially one being a generally less efficient leader card. And then he has them bunched up, so he's not even really using them for their leaderiness. He's just using them. Panzergrens out of cover, unfortunately. They needed to move a couple inches forward, a couple meters forward here to actually be in cover, because now they're definitely going to lose these Schützen unless something else supports him. Mimile grabbing this flag out of Bowser's hands while Bowser has grabbed these 2 flags. So that's why we're at a 12-12 right now. These 2 southern flags going to Mimile. Mimile still doesn't have anything that can actually kill this Stug unless it gets too close to the Panzerfaust. Stug 3 getting involved now. Panzer 4 going after the Pack 40. That is going to be an unfortunate situation. But the Pack 40 is firing APCR. Oh no, he didn't notice. And the Panzer 35 is also helping. Panzer 4 goes down. Martyr 1 moving into position. I would assume to try to take out that Pack 40 still, but it's not actually doing that. It's just on it's on an attack move order, so I don't know why it's not noticing this. Oh, it's out of HE shells. That would do it. Panzerbusch now in, taking a side shot on that Martyr 1. Panzergrens trying to take out that Panzerbusch here. Oh, Pack 40 completely missed. Pack 38 in a really bad position. Oh no, I guess it's not, because it's going after this Stug 3 driver knockout from the APCR, but with the Panzergren help, the Panzerbusch does go down. Big kill there. I can't believe I'm saying killing a Panzerbusch is a big kill, but he needs that AT to be dead. Pack 38 trying to get up on the hill to take out this Stug. Panzergren are going to do a suicide run forward. Will they get in time? The answer is no. Grilla coming to take out some Ersatz, but it misses its delete button. Ersatz trying to re-grab this, giving El Bowser the 13-11 again, and it looks like these Panzergrens or something. They side-shotted it? No, that's the Grilla. I thought that was the Stug. Excuse me. Where is the Stug? Is the Stug over here? Oh, he got way too aggressive, and the Panzerfaust did get on that Stug. What a kill down south. Mimile still picking up the 13-11 though, because he was able to squeeze the center back, and we are now into B phase. Mimile technically still very down on income though now. We will now... Oh, he needs to literally move up like 2 meters. Oh, no. Yes. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Oof. But anyway, Mimile now about 15 points less income here going into C phase by the end of it. It's not a huge difference. 150 points at the end of the day. So... Nothing like detrimentally crushing. He does then get a 20-point bonus throughout C, but the game's got to go long for that to be made up. It's got to go at least 10 minutes into C to really see the benefit of that. JU-88 with the 50-kilogram bombs here out of El Bowser. Not a fan of these, but in this situation, it's going to be quite good because it's, you know, kind of a line of infantry standing here. But these are really not strong. We have Grillo, which is what he definitely wants here in this position. Panzerschreck going to take out the Stug 3. Down it goes! I thought it was going after the half-track, but it picked the right target. Oh, it does go down itself, but that's worth it. 20-point Panzerschreck to kill that Stug 3, 100% worth it. Stug 3 getting hit by the Panzer 4, it would appear. No. Oh, there's a Pak 43 there. Oh, no. Nashorn in for Mimile. El Bowser with that Pak 43, very nice. I totally forgot that they had these things in 21st. So awesome there. Unfortunately, does not kill the Stug. Up north, we're still very quiet. The Surzak creating this very strange bulge there. And Mimile's supposed to be on the defensive here. He's down points, and he's got 5 more minutes of being down income, technically. Again, not a massive down income, but a down income nonetheless. It does look like, I mean, we have more Stugs coming in, but it does look like the Stugs are starting to run a little thin here for Mimile. This pack, this wolf pack of Panzer 35s, one goes down to the Panzerbusch. I have to imagine Mimile brought these in specifically for these, like, dinky tanks, and probably half-tracks and stuff, I'd assume, as well. A job for which they've done quite well. Yeah, these SDKFZ, the 250/9, the autocannon, the Panzerbusch are relatively okay against those. Regrabbing these flags, so currently with these double flags, we now have a 13-11 here. El Bowser only holding this flag here on the hill. This has been a tight one, a lot of action here in the center. Very exciting to see. I actually really like this map. It's just very different. You have a very, very 2K range area here in the center, and then you have these really tight kind of areas down north and south, with the south being like these sort of open medium range engagements, along with this open range area here. It's just I don't know. I actually think it's a pretty neat map overall. Pak 43 taking on the Nashorn. Nashorn misses its shot on the Grillo. The Grillo does get a shot off. Pak 43, oh, it is failing today. Just falling back this Nashorn again instead of actually killing it. These are actually really bad misses. Gun jam though on the Stug 3 does need to get repaired if he wants that back in. Pak 43 shooting at some infantry. IG 33 though, a nice response here from Mimile for that Pak 43. Grillo though, they can take that out depending on the situation, unless this Pak 40 can get a hold of it first. Here we go. IG 33 now. Lining up its shot. Oh no, I thought it was going all the way. Grillo out of range for that IG-33, and here we go. That Pak 43 loss will be big. This Panzergren, oh, gets caught up in it and gets deleted, like fully deleted. Did the Grillo move forward? It did. Oh no, the Grillo is not going to last. This shot needs to land, and it does. Whoa! Whoa! What a lucky shot. Oh, the RNG gods are blessing El Bowser at the moment, but he's losing a lot of stuff. Things are disintegrating fast for him in the center. Is Grillo trying to take out this Pak 40 here? Is it a fire position? Yeah, it is. It would appear it is. Erzat's holding this flag down south of Mimile, just holding on here. And it's not like, once we get to phase C, it's not like El Bowser's out by any stretch. He's balanced versus Juggernaut, so he's down some points, but it's not like being down points like Vanguard versus C phase balanced or something like that. So this is certainly not like a game over clock ticking here. But Mimile holding steady on this nice 13-11, though there's definitely some weakness down south. He only has this Stug 3 pretty far back, and these SDKFZ 250/9s are kind of uncontested here. Even in the center, there's not a ton of armor left. Pak 43, though, probably going to go down to these Pak 40s on the hill, and it does. That is a big loss there. He's lost his 2K range fire support. Another Grillo coming out. I wonder if you can get 2 cards of these. I think you can get 2 cards of these in the 21st. I just can't remember off the top of my head, but with the number of Grillos we've seen, I think he does. Or this is the 4th and final Grillo. SDKZ does go down to... I'm not actually 100% sure what. I don't see... I guess maybe the Pack 40 killed it before it died? My goodness, Mimile must have brought in like 3 cards, which you absolutely can do. Bring in like 3 or 4 cards of Pack 40s. Because they're just everywhere. Like, they're absolutely everywhere. El Bowser looking a little thin here. With Mimile looking pretty strong overall, I gotta say. In terms of, if you look at the troops, there's not a lot of blue. A lot of red. And now the open here in the center is blown apart for El Bowser, and all of a sudden he has no troops here in the center. A singular guerrilla trying to just kind of stem the tide. But if that Nashorn can get a range of it, it's going to stop that very quickly. Pack 40 out of position here, so it can't stop these reinforcements coming down the road. Sturm Pioneers, though, getting a little too aggressive in their transports. Ooh, does get out in time. What a retreat there. Guerrilla taking out the MG42, but sacrificing some of its brethren in the process. This mad CQC dash right now. Stug 3 trying to get into an ambush position for that reinforcement on SPW-22, probably going to go down here to Stug 3. Panzer 35s picking up on the... Oh, Erzat's trooping down here. Back to a 12-12. This is quite a match, I have to say. Very exciting. Panzer 35 trying to take on this Stug 3. Not the bestest matchup. What is the penetration on these things? 70. Yeah, it's not going to do it. Panzer 35 does go down. SPW-231's stopping before they get caught out by that Stug. Sturm Pioneers trying to get into the wood. Shoots and putting down a lot of fire on them, though. Sturm Pioneers go down. These Sturm Pioneers probably going to die. This is a little bit too aggressive here by El Bowser. I'm going to be honest. Martyr 1 taking on that Stug 3. Ooh, Stug 3 going to get that first shot off. And they're so close. There's not enough time for the Martyr to finally get its fire off. And that's unfortunate. All the armor up north now dead as well. And this Pioneer about to go down. And Mimile will grab this northern flag as well. And might finally flip it to a 15-9 in his favor. Things just honestly falling apart here for El Bowser. It did not look all that bad. And then his central push just crumbled. And he had invested a ton of points into that center. And we are now finally into Phase C. Mimile unlocking his full potential, as well as El Bowser, but his full potential is a little less impressive than Mimile's juggernaut full potential. Pioneer goes down here in the south. Up north, this Pioneer still holding on. I'm kind of impressed. Will he get his last grenade off? He did. Oh, he did. What a hero. Wow. Yeah, shoots and doesn't go down or anything, but still very exciting to see that last grenade. Back to a 13-11 because Mimile lost this flag and this flag and this flag, so he lost that 15-9 he had. Guerrilla versus Nashorn, not good matchup at all. Guerrilla goes down immediately. It's another big loss. This Panzergren, the only thing kind of holding this flag, basically. Another Panzergren moving into the woods here to try to make sure no further, the bulge does not go any further. Mimile just pushes the town. There's really nothing there either. Yeah, this is kind of a complete collapse here. Definitely not what El Bowser was going for, but we can definitely see how dangerous 78th can be in this open ground. I mean, they just have 2K range stuff forever. IG-33s, Nashorns, Pack 43s, Pack 40s, the whole 9 yards. This bomber is still not very good. You get one of the best AA pieces in the game, the Flak 43. Just a lot of good weapons here. This Focke-Wulf, I don't know if it was like heavily damaged that it didn't come out again, but it probably could have come out a little bit more somewhere. Focke-Wulf being one of the only fighters that's truly like effective at ground strafing. Because of its medium resilience, it's got half-decent agility, which reduces AA damage, and then its loadout is pretty strong as well. More JU, so he bought another one of these 50-kilogram bombers. Can't say I'm a big fan of that, especially in this position where he's falling apart on the ground. Oh, and now Mimile's starting to bring in some of that artillery. 78 Sturm with a nice pile of 150mm artillery. Stug 3 getting repaired, so that gun jam's gone, and that seems to be back in action here. MG42 just chilling out, probably obviously meant to re-grab this flag, or at least stop any more further motion. This Erzat should really fall back and just be happy it's not dead. MG42 stopping any further push, but the Stug 3 is moving into position to ruin that. Pack 38 trying to cover the open instead of this direction, so Stug 3 is safe to do what it wants to. Mimile finally picking up that 15-9 with this flag. Once this Panzer gets spotted, then you're gonna be in a tough spot down here, because he'll lose this flag and things will really just keep getting worse. SBW 231 taking out the half track in there. Begleitgrens, though, can definitely kill this Pioneer, especially with the Pioneer. Oh, it did throw its grenade. There you go. Begleitgren does go down. And Albauja able to bring it back to a 13-11 here. But this is a shaky 13-11 at best, with his troops strained at every turn. Oh, and Mimile senses the weakness up north and is making a general push there. There's not a lot to get here. This flag maybe, but that's really hard to get, because he can just like reinforce infinitely into this woods here. Now, if he throws a Pack 40 on this road here, that would definitely be a big issue. 150 going after this Pack 38 there. Very nice. Schutzen taking out this Pentagram, which will open up this flag here, maybe even this flag way back here. Double Panzer 4G. Again, both players having access to their maximum income at this point. Not what we're used to. We're used to seeing Maverick on Maverick, right? We're all just waiting, you know, for the painful end. This only has 10 50-kilogram bombs. What is the point of this bomber? I mean, it's only 95 points, I guess? But these just aren't good. They don't kill things, which is what you want your bombers to do. We do have an 88 in here now as well. That air cover getting thicker. SBW taking out that Schutzen. Very nice kill there. Panzer IVs taking out that out in the open. Not exactly what you want. You need your Panzer IVs to be doing. Pack 43 moving. Try to take up a position here, which would be a nice position for that. MG42 trying to stem the tide. It's got no chance. Let's be real here. Let's be honest with ourselves. 150, not super effective yet. No, but the thing is, with artillery this heavy, it needs to hit one shot, and then it's dead. So it's just a matter of RNG. .231 goes down to that Stug 3. Flag regrabbed here. Mimile back to a 15-9. And the tide continues to turn. Well, I shouldn't even say turn. The tide continues to press against Albauja. This Outclair's chilling out in the middle of the road here. This shows you how much the exceptional stealth of these two-man teams can be. It's pretty incredible, actually. You can really have these guys sitting out in the middle of the field and no one notices them. MG42 in this position is always great. If you're on this map, you want to be putting an MG42 in one of these two houses to cover down this road. It's super obnoxious, but it's very strong. 16-8 now for Mimile. Not seeing how Albauja gets back into this at this point. The center is completely collapsed. Unfortunately, we never saw any King Tigers. It's kind of sad. Although the Nashorns, 78th, very capable of handling those. And Albauja sees the writing on the wall as well and throws in the towel. 24-45 to 17-75 there with Mimile's victory. Nashorn did some nice work. Panzer 26, Panzer Bushes, I'm very surprised at that. Stug 3, Pack 40 killed a lot. Yeah, just, wow, look at that Stug 3, holy crap. Yeah, very nice out of Mimile. Again, Albauja, not poorly played, but perhaps a little too aggressive. I think maybe some overextensions there definitely bit him in the butt pretty hard. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button for me, subscribe, and consider checking out the Patreon as well down below. Thanks a bunch, guys. You're a champion for making it to the end, and have a fantastic day.